Welcome to Finding Monster Right, the show about finding monsters, right?
Right.
I'm Adam.
I'm Allie.
And this is your nightmare!
Wah! Whew.
Allie, you okay?
It was just a nightmare. Anyway, time to start recording the episode. Okay.
Yep, here we go. Countdown in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Finding Monster Right, the show about finding monsters, right?
Right, and I'm in your nightmare.
Well,
Adam, are you okay?
One.
We've been recording the episode for an hour and you've just been sleeping.
Oh no, I don't remember any of it. Let's keep going.
Wait, you don't remember any of it? Oh, this is a mess. Oh, and it's such anxiety. This doesn't happen this often in the fucking show.
No, they're better than that. So we're going to be talking about one of our favorite animated series, Gravity Falls, this week. And specifically about Pyramid Scheme, making a good deal with Bill Cipher.
That's going to be one of those opening bits that I think is just too stupid to keep in the episode, and I'm going to edit around it. But then I'll listen back to it, and I'll be like, this was fine. But right now, I'm like, fuck, absolutely not.
Well, you had the pleasure this year of breaking down and crying and watching Gravity Falls for the first time.
Yes. Right? What? Wasn't that other
I don't know why I said it like that.
I was about to say with my actual human mouth that I'm glad that you're back so you can keep me on track more. And then you're just like, you had the pleasure this year of screaming, crying, and also throwing up.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no, this is the first time I watched Gravity Falls. And I started watching through it because I noticed like one or two extreme similarities with our show.
Yes, the Dipper Mabel combo has a lot of the Adam Alley energy.
Yeah, and like not only in broad strokes, it's also like there's like little bits of like every time we do a space episode, we fight over who gets to be the captain or whatever. And like that's a bit in Gravity Falls in like the second episode, and I just saw it and was like, "Hey, that's me." There's a bit where Mabel says that the bat is more afraid of you than you are of them, which happened to me at church one time. That wasn't even on the show. That wasn't even me. That was the old guy.
Yeah, I get it. But yeah, no, that's a lot of that kind of what we call it, lawful / chaotic energy that we bring.
Which one of us is which, though? Because did you listen to the episodes that you weren't here for? I didn't. I couldn't. But let's pretend that I do. Like, they're extremely lawful.
Yeah. It's funny. Well, maybe that's just a function of in real life, people aren't cartoons.
Oh, good point.
Yeah. Well, no one like has to be the Squidward of every bit. If you know what I mean. So, sometimes I bring the energy and sometimes you do. But oftentimes our back and forth reminds me a lot of them. But yeah, no, I first started watching the series around college age. I think I picked it up a few years when I was out. But just really, really awesome storytelling.
Yeah.
It's a great mystery series for kids.
Yeah, it definitely is a great mystery series for kids, and also I was able to appreciate it as an adult. I feel like the reason I didn't watch it when it was airing is that it hit right in that sour spot between, like, I'm too old for cartoons and I'm too young to theoretically make a cartoon.
Yes.
I feel like that's the angle that I've been appreciating animation from in my elderly old age of 28.
Yeah, well, there's something to appreciate there. It's not. I've, as someone that has been watching some series that are less than competent.
The Kirby anime.
Yeah, the Kirby anime.
You explained. You spent 15 minutes explaining your decision to watch the Kirby anime before we started recording, and I still don't get it.
The last 5 episodes.
All right,
to close out a chapter of my life.
Oh man, when he said "yappy," I felt that.
Man, when he said "poyo," my heart just just became whole again.
Dude, remember when he downed B and became a rock? One of the top 10 betrayals in anime history. Anyway, Bill Cipher is a pyramid man who comes from the second dimension, and he eventually destroys that dimension, inhabits a nightmare realm, and eventually seeks to unite the nightmare realm with the third dimension of Earth through appearing to people over the millennia, most recently the protagonist of Alex Hirsch's, Disney's, Marvel's, NBC's cartoon, Gravity Falls.
Yeah, you've probably seen him in various pieces of fan art, because boy, the fans love drawing an easy-to-draw character.
Yep, he is definitely a Tumblr sexy man. That's one of the archetypes. So, what Bill Cipher is he is a pyramid, or a triangle, depending on how you look at it, but he's a yellow pyramid with a single eye, like the Eye of Providence. He's got a little top hat, a little bow tie, and he initially is kind of like Q from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Where he is like just a reality warper who just like shows up and is just like, there's no rules anymore. I showed up in the thing, so it's like
up is down, left is fish.
Yeah, like that.
Mm-hmm.
He becomes a little more malevolent, I think, as the show goes on, because I think they don't really have the entire plan worked out.
I listened to all the commentary tracks in the past year for the series. He starts off as what feels like a kind of monster of the week, just like everyone else, but then they're like, well, everyone loves him, including all of us, so why don't we morph him into the big bad? Which happens across the second season. He's only has actual appearances in 2 episodes in the finale leading up to, which is, I think, it really holding the cards real tight to their chest on him.
Yeah, but how many episodes are in that show, though?
About 41.
Yeah.
So I guess 10%. 10%.
I mean, there's whole agencies that make money off of 10%, though. So here's a fun fact I learned about Bill Cipher recently.
Okay.
So I thought that that his name was a play on the old cliche of you said your last name was Cipher. Well, what was your first name? Lewis. You can call me Lou. So your name is Lou Cipher? That's right. Like the devil. Like that.
Right.
So I thought it was a play on that, but it's Bill like Dollar Bill.
Mm-hmm.
And then his original name was going to be Bill Black because it was evil. But then Disney was like, no, that's too normal a name. If anyone's named Bill Black, we'll get sued. And they were like, fine, how about Bill Cipher? Like a cipher out of a puzzle, whatever.
Yeah, like a puzzle secrets. It's very... As soon as you're like, oh yeah, no, he's looks like the Illuminati symbol. It all kind of clicks. Yeah.
So Bill's deal is that he's trying to do some interdimensional trickster-y shit.
Yep. He has an incredible, crazy power that he's developed over trillions of years. The problem is he doesn't have a conduit to bring those powers into the real world of Gravity Falls. So that's ultimately his goals in making deals with people, is to try to basically crack open a portal to, or spill out his nightmare realm that he owns into our reality.
It's very genie rules. That's kind of the same character of the all-powerful reality warping trickster who just shows up to just fuck around with the rules a little bit. Can we swear in an episode about children's animation? We did it for the Avatar episode.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Bastard.
Listen, everyone that watched Gravity Falls is now an adult.
Piss hell.
The little kids, when they see it, they're like, what's a VHS tape? And then they will stop watching.
But, oh god, what were we talking about? Speaking of being too old. I'm so elderly. My bones hurt slightly because I'm 28. I know that problem will only get worse, but it does exist.
Yeah, so his abilities only manifest in dreams. But yeah, just like Genie, it's a great kind of excuse for the animators to just go buck wild. It's like, alright, this is a magical being, so whenever he does stuff, when he moves his hat and the whole world around him shifts, like it's locked onto the hat.
Yeah, and he does, like, gruesome stuff, too. Like, they get away with a lot in this kid's show of, like, he pulls out all a deer's teeth. He rearranges the functions of all the orifices on a guy's face.
Mm-hmm. Here's a head that always screams.
Yeah, like that. So, if we're making a deal with Bill Cipher, what kind of deal is it? And how do we not get screwed over?
Well, let's see. I'm thinking of the past deals that he makes throughout the series, which everyone should watch. He makes a deal with Gideon to basically extract information from Stan's mind. He makes a deal with Stanford to to give him great knowledge and intelligence. He basically passing himself off as a muse. Gives him the instructions to create the portal to the Nightmare Realm. And he makes a deal with Dipper to basically help him crack open the
laptop.
The laptop.
Do we want to spoil everything about Gravity Falls in the same breath where
Gravity Falls is a wonderful series. You should watch it.
Yep. Just stop listening to this episode and go watch Gravity Falls instead.
Yeah. If you want to speed run it, watch every episode with Bill Cipher. You'll watch 7 episodes, and then come back.
Yeah.
Boy, that Bill, wasn't he fun? Okay. So those are the kind of things that he can grant. He seems to have a ghost-like control over the real world. He can enter into minds when people sleep, right?
Yes.
And granted permission, he can take over a person's body.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone in our world sleeps. So I guess that would be a big thing that he could offer. He's like, that person you don't like, I'll take over their body and jump off a cliff. Aha, I'm Bill Cipher.
Yeah, that's something that he could do. Do you have anyone that you want to jump off a cliff?
I mean, like, politically?
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Oh, there's a whole line of them.
Now, how limited is Bill Cipher to Gravity Falls?
Oh, good question. He's only shown as being summoned there. And his powers are kind of anchored to that one. That's the big thing in the finale. He's trying to break the seal and get out.
They do also say that he influenced George Washington and the people that made the pyramids.
So I would say that, yeah, over time he can travel all around.
Okay, good. So he can go into maybe some Eastern European presidents, maybe some of them who are known for refusing to wear shirts and riding around on horses.
Yeah, perhaps.
Maybe perhaps.
Yeah. Supernaturally speaking, I think he's all about offering promises of power and riches.
I was thinking about what I want from Bill Cipher in this.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might skip all the way to I wish to be an all-powerful genie.
The image of Stanford just with the cosmos around him. You're like, that's me. Yeah, you're promising that. I want that right there.
Yeah, that very specific image from one episode of Gravity Falls.
I watched a lot of videos prepping for this.
Yeah, no, I'll do that. I want to do something like that.
Okay, well, I would say that, you let Bill Cipher loose in the world. You have those godlike powers. Are you cool with hanging out with Bill Cipher's gang?
Yeah, they're pretty alright.
That's a pretty good deal. I mean, it's one of those things like how I wouldn't make a genie wish. Like, I don't know if I would, morally agree to anything from Bill Cipher. But honestly, I would at least lead him on, because I think I would be entertained by him showing up. Is that rude? Is that incorrect?
It's kind of rude, I think. And I feel like rudeness is something you do want to avoid here.
I think it's like, I'd want him to be like the genie in the latter Aladdin movies, where it's just like, he's my friend here, and he's just doing all kinds of weird shit. He's like playing baseball and multiplying himself like over and over again. And anyone else that you meet for the first time is like, who the fuck is this? Who's this? Why is this blue guy here?
I mean, it sounds like you want to hang out with the genie from Aladdin and not Bill Cipher.
Yeah, I guess. Because Bill's like that, but more twisted.
Yeah, I don't want to hang out with Bill Cipher long term, though.
Yeah.
I feel
it sounds like you don't get any good rest when he's around.
No, but if I had that level of power, I feel like I would be so changed by it that I would effectively like Bill Cipher a lot more then.
You would reach that kind of I've seen eons. Therefore my morals are entirely unknown to what I once was.
Speaking of pyramid scheme though, there is a problem there of like if he giveth, can he taketh away?
I think so.
I wouldn't want to be omnipotent and then hang out with the one guy who could make me not omnipotent, you know?
Yeah, I do not think that Bill Cipher can grant you the ability to be greater than Bill.
But could I grant him the ability to be less than Allie, and then in doing so, just take all of his power?
So, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Dipper's deal goes wrong for him, and Bill Cipher kind of puppets around his body. Would you let Bill Cipher drive you around?
Honestly, it sounds pretty hot. I feel like...
It sounds like...
Demonic possession is underrated. It sounds great to me.
I think of, like, the things that I'm capable of achieving, and I think it just means a lot of, like, body modifications. Because that's his thing. He takes over Bill Cipher, takes over Dipper, and he's just like, I forgot how funny pain is. And he's just slamming him around the whole episode.
Oh, that is good.
And I feel like as a 12 to 13-year-old, like, you've got some recoverable stuff. In our late 20s, fresh 30s, I think he could cause some big damage, like just falling downstairs and such.
I don't care as what he does, as long as he, like, heals me up afterwards. Just, like, fill it up with gas when you're done.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, I imagine my body getting many tats. Just little triangle eyes all over my body.
I can think of some body modifications that I would not mind.
Yeah, piercings and the like.
What tattoos would you get?
Would I Adam get, or I Adam Bill Cipher gets?
Well, what Adam Bill Cipher gets is a bunch of triangles. You would just be wearing the permanent Cosby sweater with eyes.
Yeah. So Adam would get the like Mario when he just starts the game and he hasn't gotten a mushroom yet and he's real tiny.
From video games?
Yeah, from those video games.
Okay.
I would get that tattooed on my bicep,
forehead,
so that when I flexed, it looked like he got a super mushroom.
Oh, that's neat.
That's a tattoo idea I've had for I want to say 30 years.
You had that idea when you were 0.
Yep. I'm like, that sounds like a good one.
I've been thinking about like some like flames on my arms or something, or
so you can go fast.
No, not like hot rod flames. Like, I mean, like, as if, like, I summon fire from my hands, like, kind of the outline of that. Am I making sense? You would be a bad tattoo artist, I feel.
It sounds like you want, like, the Zuko tattoo on, like, different parts of your body.
I get.
Like, I'm a firebender, but, like, see?
Dude, I want some wiggly zigzag lines on my, like, around my elbows that go, like, all the way around. This is what I'm talking about here. That, and also I want an 8-bit Mario tattooed right on my face.
Oh, okay. I want a tattoo that looks like the illusion of my arms, but, like, they're really hot and burning. Like that aura that hot things get.
I want a full body tattoo of myself, but taller. I want a tattoo of... there was a point where I thought I would get a Bible verse tattooed on me, and thank God that did not materialize before it was too late.
The only Bible verse I would get tattooed on me is a cool one, not one of the lame ones.
You would get the one about the women with the missions like donkeys, or whatever the hell that thing's about.
Yeah, I'll get the one where they do shadow magic.
Shit. I think I would get a bunch of triangles covered in eyes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Anyway, Bill Cipher. So, the thing is, I don't want the dimension. I don't want the dimension.
You don't want the Nightmare Realm to merge with the material plane.
I don't want the dimension. So, like, Bill wants the dimension, and any deal he makes, he's gonna try and finagle that. How do we stop his finagling?
So I would call that the technology expressing Gravity Falls is semi-futuristic, sometimes limited. They're not walking around with a bunch of smartphones, like, sourcing stuff. I would ahead of my deal, reach out to, like, several forums, post this as, some Quoras, some Reddit threads, and, like, try and like group think the best thing to ask Bill Cipher for.
There are subreddits like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
a genie, like, fixing.
Yeah, Monkey's Paw, I think, is one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would go to r/Monkey's Paw and talk to them. Try and like get a very tight plan, or a lawyer if you want to get the law involved.
You know what? I'm kind of a demon. Why don't you ask me for something, and I will kind of RP Bill Cipher a bit. I can't do the voice. We were talking about this earlier. I don't think I can pull the voice off, gang.
That's okay.
Dear Teeth, for you, kid. Like, that's about as good as I got.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah,
okay, here, let me draw my summoning circle. Alright, circle and the triangle and another circle inside of it. Oh, it's Bill!
Yeah, that's what you were thinking.
Okay, Bill, I'm going to ask for, $1 million in unmarked bills.
I don't know why he wouldn't do that.
Sure, kid, go nuts!
Yeah, and then you would just be some rich asshole, and then he would come back later, and when you're at the height of your hubris, and be all like,
I want you to write into law that I'm a citizen of the United States.
Damn, you should be Bill Cipher, wait.
Alright, maybe we got this backwards. Alright, pitch me a Bill Cipher.
Yeah, I'm not really more of a tempt people to sin demon than a making Faust deals demon. Alright, Alright, Bill Cipher?
Yeah, no, what are you talking about, kid?
Alright.
I was listening the whole time.
That makes sense for you. I want phenomenal cosmic power. I want the ability to reshape reality according to my whims, like what you've got going on.
Sure.
I can understand if you can't make me bigger than you, though. That feels like something that is beyond your ability.
Well, it makes sense. Yeah, my whole thing is about getting those powers in your world. So, I'll happily suck you into my world, and now you're trapped in the nightmare realm with me.
Sick.
Over the next billion years, you might start to look a little weird like my friends here. You know, the one with all eyes. Or the one with all noses.
Cool. Bill, I think you're trying to put me in an ironic hellscape here. I kind of like it.
You know what? Honestly, I just want to party.
Me too.
And if you're cool with this fucked up shit, then let's get fucking wrecked.
Hell yeah! Okay, damn.
Yeah, okay,
all right, I solved the episode.
Yeah, you made a pretty good friend there.
Yeah, honestly, I don't mind.
I do have a Bill Cipher question for you.
Mm-hmm.
In the show, he has nicknames for the various characters that correspond to their zodiac signs, like question mark, pine tree, shooting star. My question is, if you were to be symbolized by a single a single symbol, what might that symbol be?
You can't give yourself a nickname.
Oh, okay.
So what would my symbol be?
That's a really good question. I had one for me.
Alright, what's the one for you? I'll tell you how good it is.
I was just gonna be like turkey leg.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I could see that. Or like porterhouse.
He's not gonna call you Porterhouse. That's too cool of a nickname.
It's a pretty cool nickname.
It's not a cool nickname. It's just kind of the nickname of like a big dog that the Ninja Turtles would fight, like a bulldog head man.
I'm thinking of like what's like a wiry, wimpy like meat cut that he'd refer to me as. He's like, "Hey, sirloin."
Hey, tenderloin.
Yeah, tenderloin's actually. No, you got it.
Tenderloin is good because it also means soft dick. That's a great meat-based nickname.
All right, meat's not your thing.
No.
That's your things. Hexes and charms.
Demon's Bane, but like ironic.
Yeah. Nightshade's too cool.
That's too. What? No, you can't be Nightshade. Come on, that's too cool.
No. it's like a flower that's like kind of like hard to hold on to.
Oh, lavender?
Yeah, lavender's not bad.
Also a bit homophobic.
Yeah,
but he is evil, so that checks out.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't go around Pussy Willow either. That's not it's not a lot of fun.
Pussy Willow's a horrible name for a flower. Or a plant in general, I guess.
I think so.
Ah, yes, my favorite tree. The vagina maple. Like...
Hey, sunflower.
No.
I guess we would need, like, a non-ironic name.
Sunshine. But, like... I feel like ironic could work. Like, chicken leg might be better for you.
Yeah, chicken leg, because it's like, it's highlighting the cowardice.
It's also making fun of your physical appearance because, like, oh, you're in shape.
Mm-hmm.
What funny... But so is he. He's a triangle. That's a shape.
Yeah.
See, that's a joke he would like. This is why me and Bill Cipher...
I think you're getting along well.
Yeah, this is the vibe.
You guys are best buddies.
Honestly, if he wanted to turn, like, some people inside out, I'd be like, alright, can we do it to people that deserve it, though? Like, some real dumbasses. Some, like, step on a rake type shit.
Soon you'll be a cool shape like me.
Alright.
Or, at first you might have to be a lame shape like a rhombus.
That is actually a pretty lame shape. What's a cool shape that could be? Could I be a...
Pentagon.
Can I be a dodecahedron?
Mm.
Can I be an isohedron?
Sure, nerd. Knock yourself out.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna be the logo for every Dungeons & Dragons type app that has ever existed. They all think they're smart. They're not.
And that's your nickname from him.
Nerd.
No, just dodecahedron. Alright. So, a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
The Squatch Lorette.
Go on.
Bill Cipher.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he would be good on a date?
I've gotten to know him over this episode, and I gotta say, yeah.
I can't imagine that date going any kind of good.
I can't imagine it going good, but I can imagine it going well.
I see. I guess maybe it's just something about Bill's like powers that he brings to the table or something. But he seems to have like an attention, like seems to be all over the place. I don't know if he'd be good for a long-term conversation.
I also have ADD or something that I'm not sure what it is, but like I'm all over the place too.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's just it's chaos incarnate. Then you guys would be hitting it off.
Yeah, honestly, like I like talking to people that are like constantly running around like chipmunk wise in their speech patterns.
Well, you got the voice pitch nailed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would like to talk briefly about the end of Bill Cipher, his undoing, because there's some lore to it.
Go on.
We've gotten to know Bill Cipher a little bit, but what do you know about the axolotl?
I know that if you reverse the last thing that Bill Cipher ever says, you get a message about it, and also there's a hint for what it might be in like a Choose Your Own Adventure book. Yeah,
there's like a hidden secret page in a Choose Your Own Adventure series. That is the like canon secret of it. Basically, Dipper and Mabel go through like some kind of multiverse style adventures, and they encounter this being that has the shape of a giant magical axolotl. And Dipper asks what the axolotl knows about Bill Cipher. And the axolotl replies with this poem. 60 degrees that come in threes. Watches from within birch trees. Saw his own dimension burn. Misses home and can't return. Says he's happy, he's a liar. Blames the arson for the fire. If he wants to shirk the blame, he'll have to invoke my name. One way to absolve his crime. A different form, a different time. So, and yeah, as you mentioned, as Bill Cipher is become undone at the end of the series, he says something that if you play it backwards, he spells out AXOLOTL. My time has come to burn. I invoke the ancient power that I may return. This is a very open-ended thing that Alex Hirsch has admitted, that he's like, listen, I made a mystery series. I'm not going to give you every answer that there is, but I want this kind of like back door in case I ever want to revisit this world. And,
meaning he doesn't know either.
Yeah. That's the J.J. Abrams like what he says about mystery box. It's like, it's a fun box for us all to play with. My J.J. Abrams is just Bill Cipher, talking about boxes instead of triangles.
Yeah. Alex Hirsch's Bill Cipher voice, it said in the commentary track, is a bad impression of David Lynch playing, what's his name? Gordon Cole in Twin Peaks.
Oh, okay.
So I tried to listen back to that, and, like, I still can't do the impression.
It's fine. But yeah,
I'm such a fuck up. Okay.
How dare you? This is quality entertainment.
Damn it.
So in this poem, the Axelel seems to know something about Bill that is not conveyed in his appearances. That he, despite setting fire to his original second dimension and leaving all that behind him, he misses that home and can't return. Despite being apparently happy with it that he's moved on, he's not.
This is only making me... This is only strengthening my Squatchelorette answer.
yeah, that he's not only crazy, he's also a little broken.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Okay. We got... Folks, I think spending an entire month off of the regular format made me more monster horny than ever before.
Well, listen, he's no square. Is this thing on?
Discord cricket chirp sound.
But part of this lore behind him is that it's like, yeah, he'll have to repent. He has to invoke my name to be absolved of his crime, and to kind of move on from this this chaotic life that he has. And that is what he does in his final moments. He says, "Whoopsie-daisy, I'm sorry, big salamander in the sky. Let me live again in a different form in a different time."
He can be a human twink in a top hat like all the fan art.
All the Tumblr sexy men.
Yep. That's what that's the different form. Don't worry, everyone. It's canon.
It's funny because something vague like that is just because everyone that has a fan theory points to something. There's art at the very, very end of the statue, and it's got a little bird on it, and people's like, "That's him. He's the bird now."
Huh.
There's also people that are like, "Oh yeah, when he was on The Simpsons, that was him. That was the different form, a different time."
I don't know. What? Absolutely not.
Exactly. Yeah, there's no canonical answer to what occurs to Bill. But
do you know about the Cipher Hunt?
To find the statue in real life?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw the the YouTube special about it, and why don't you regale us?
So, because my brain is broken. So Alex Hirsch, shortly after the finale of Gravity Falls, commissioned a statue and had it artificially aged to look like it had been in the woods for years of Bill Cipher, and hid it on some private property in Oregon with the consent of the owner. And he started tweeting out this hint that set off a whole chain of people finding different clues all over the world and everything, and it all led to them finding this statue.
Yeah. It's actually it's a really cool thing that a whole lot of the series was like this. Ends of episodes, they would show little codes hinting at what the next episode is going to be about, and so I think it's a really unique and wonderful thing to do with your family audience, because that's for no 7-year-old's going to be cracking codes, but for anyone that's was college age watching and having a good time could do this kind of stuff. They did great groupthink things too. They there's a giant puzzle pieces that they had that were scattered out in different locations. Once they were found, they were scanned and uploaded to a site, and so that people could put it all together digitally. It was fun to hear about.
Yeah.
And now that statue is currently located at the Mystery Shack's real life equivalent.
Yes, yeah. There's the minute I heard about Gravity Falls, the first time, I knew kind of what that was riffing on, which is all of these weird hills where it's your car will roll uphill and all that. There's all these weird little spots that claim to have reversed gravity that's really some kind of weird illusion. And that's just one of, like, a million kitschy roadside nonsense things.
Yeah, you're fearsome creatures of the lumberwoods.
Yeah, sort of like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of these tall tales that roadside stands like Confusion Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Your tourist traps kind of build this lore off of and around.
I'm sorry, what does this have to do with me fucking a pyramid? Folks, hey, the cobwebs, the rust. It turns out it only takes a month for those to form.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us for another wonderful month of October.
Well, I mean, we're not done yet, are we?
No, we have one more. This was hey, it's okay that we're a little rusty. This is our bonus episode this month.
Oh yeah.
One more than the fans asked for.
Both of them?
Yeah, both of them. So, why don't we take Bill Cipher to the final rating place?
Sounds good. Meet Zach.
Well, beans, string bean.
Wait, we can't both be Bill Cipher.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
We're also running into a Slender Man thing where your Bill Cipher impression is better than mine, and I've already claimed Bill Cipher as my boyfriend, so you can't be him anymore.
I will seal him away into a triangle-shaped box. I think that Bill Cipher is a very fun villain. Has the right energy for Gravity Falls, and I said this at the top of the show. Has the right number of tiny appearances that he never got old. I feel like in the wrong hands, the character like that could be squandered, could be like, overdone, and it just becomes like a boring kind of Team Rocket in a way.
Q from Star Trek is a great example of that. Yep. I've been rewatching a lot of I've been watching for the first time a lot of Next Generation, and like I'm sure people like Q. I'm sure like he's not universally considered like a bad part of the thing, but he is in the very first episode.
Oh.
He's like just this fairly odd parent who just shows up, and every time Picard is just like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
A hand on his face.
I absolutely do not need this nonsense in my very serious spaceship show.
I do not approve of the direction this character has taken.
Why does your Picard sound like John Rhys Davies?
But yeah, no, I could. So that was not the fate of Bill Cipher. Instead, he became this kind of lovable icon that all the fans love to draw. And in the show, again, especially in Weird Mageddon, they go hog wild with his forms and shapes. And I think he's a character that perfectly matches his format, his media format of animation. So I think that he's worthy of a high score, of a 10 out of 10.
Wow, yeah. That's a rare perfect score from you.
Yeah, well, maybe I got tired of giving everything almost a near perfect score. And Bill Cipher, I think, is worth... If there's like a villain's archive, he belongs up there.
There is. It's called the Tumblr Sexy Man Wiki.
Yep, there it is.
What Bill does well that Q doesn't, in terms of like reality warpers who just show up, I feel like there's a spectrum, right? Where it's like the genie, who's your pal, and then Q, who is just kind of some dick, and then Bill Cipher, who is, he's annoying, but you really love to hate him.
Yeah, I get it. It's the love-hate spectrum. And it's a circle, and at the end, where you love to hate them, it's Bill Cipher.
Yeah. It really is just like a great little representation of the whole, like, late 2000s, early 2010s Waffle Monkey kind of lol so random, axolotl, LOL, Taco Tuesday humor.
Yeah, if again, in lesser hands, he could have been, like, just a meme machine. As in, only quotes memes. and when we rewatched the series in the year of our Lord 2023, we would be like, oh, that's wow, he's mentioning the Numa Numa guy.
We live in a society, bottom text.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think I have to give him 360 out of 360.
Oh, you're giving him a circle?
I am giving him the sum of all the degrees of an equilateral triangle, Adam.
There you go.
Which one of us is the engineer?
Well, thank you for joining us.
It feels mean calling you tenderloin ever since I said that thing about soft dick. I've been resorting to meat sack instead because I'm like, that's too mean.
I think tenderloin you could get with that on a kid's show.
Yeah, 100%. But now it's in my head, you know?
Okay, right. Well, it's okay.
It's all right. I got something you're going.
I'll thank you. Yeah. I'll be remiss if I do not mention he has a wonderful piano solo, which I think is an ingredient in a 10 out of 10 villain.
How's that go again?
We'll meet again. Don't know where. Don't know when. Which sums him up with his promise to the axolotl and all that. But now we've been talking for too long, so goodbye, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Check us out on Bluesky.
But I know we'll meet again some sunny day.